It's not every day that you get an announcement for an upcoming Star Wars video game, much less a AAA video game that's based off a more niche section of Star Wars. Fate of the Old Republic was announced a week ago. But let's break it down, shall we? Sounds exciting, right? But the reality is, some of us fans are already pissed off or say distrustful of the whole situation. Even though the trailer looks promising with high quality visual effects and a teaser referencing the Leviathan from Knights of the Old Republic 1, the fact is we know that past video games have been teased but have since gone into radio silence. The most recent one that comes to memory is of course the Knights of the Old Republic remake and Star Wars Eclipse, both of which are supposed to take place in the more niche corners of the Star Wars era, in the Old Republic and the High Republic respectively. Even though these trailers garnered so much attention, the thing is that we know that these studios were facing a tremendous amount of issues. Aspire Media, for instance, needed to be bailed out by a sister studio in order to continue working on the remake. And they couldn't even deliver promises of the KOTOR 2 restored content mod itself. Eclipse, on the other hand, was also facing serious issues with regard to staffing and manpower. The release of the trailer was just to garner more hireability and possibly more investor money, rather than actually teasing a game that was already in development at the time. I fear that is actually the case for Fate of the Old Republic as well, since we do not really get any form of actual gameplay demo. In fact, I think the current situation now is that they like to announce things years in advance, way before they even have a concrete plan of how they settle things in, because they want to let investors know that the Star Wars IP is not dead. Look at Star Wars The Old Republic MMORPG. They released quite a couple of cinematic trailers before the game's launch. They actually had plenty of time to prep for the game. In fact, it was like in development from 2009 to 2011, so there's actually plenty of time. So even though they enlisted the help of studios to make the cinematic trailers, the game was actually underway all those years. It was deeper into the life cycle compared to Fate of the Old Republic right now, which we get like very shadowy details, and I do not really think we can really trust this on service level. I do appreciate that they are bringing in of some people who were involved in the original Knights of the Old Republic remake. Even the best of all directors or the best teams can be hindered by investors or higher ups that are ruining decisions on the developmental level that could ruin the game's life cycle as well. And that's the current state of the gaming industry as a whole actually. They tend to be rushing out under optimized games or promising too much yet under delivering. So until we can actually see some actual gameplay footage, I would say that even though Fate of the Old Republic is supposed to be a spiritual successor to the Old Republic series as a whole, most of y'all has already agreed that y'all are cautiously optimistic, and I get that too. But what's a fate worse than death? Something that feels lively or claims to be lively, yet brings no life. And I feel that actually this is the case, which is we are getting excitement about this and that, but nothing really happens. So it's like over promises, and then the reality strikes, which is there's no game. I hope this really isn't the case, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments.